Welcome back to my channel. Today we explore the value of a specific coin, the top 4 most valuable Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny. So let's get started. First up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1956 with D mint mark in fine condition. This coin may look simple at first glance, but it carries history, collector demand, and real value that many people overlook. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series started in 1909 to honor the 100th birth anniversary of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse, and this decision changed American coin design forever. By the time 1956 arrived, the wheat penny had already been in circulation for nearly 5 decades, and it was nearing the end of its run, which makes late-date wheat cents especially interesting to collectors. The 1956 wheat penny was produced during a strong post-war economy. The United States Mint was striking billions of coins to meet everyday demand. Most of the 1956 wheat pennies were made at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark below the date on the front of the coin. This mint mark is an important detail because it helps collectors separate common coins from scarcer varieties. On the front of the coin, you see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln is facing right, with the word Liberty on the left side and the date on the right. Just below the date, you'll find the D mint mark, which tells us this coin was struck in Denver. The motto, "In God We Trust," appears across the top edge and is often one of the first areas to show wear in circulated examples. The reverse of the coin features 2 wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America. This simple but iconic design is why collectors refer to these coins as wheat pennies. The wheat ears symbolize agricultural strength and prosperity, and they remained on the reverse until 1958, when the design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial. Now let us talk about condition, because condition is everything when it comes to coin value. A fine condition 1956 D wheat penny shows moderate wear, but all major details are still visible. Lincoln's hair will be worn flat in some areas, but the outline remains clear. The wheat lines on the reverse will be mostly visible, though not sharp. The lettering will be complete and readable without heavy damage. Fine condition is popular among collectors because it balances affordability with historical character. Many collectors prefer circulated coins because they represent real everyday use from the past. A fine condition 1956 D wheat penny is much more desirable than heavily worn examples and far more affordable than high-grade uncirculated pieces. One important thing to understand is that color and surface quality can affect value. Even in fine condition, coins with original brown color and even surfaces are more attractive than cleaned or damaged examples. Any signs of harsh cleaning, scratches, or corrosion can reduce the value significantly. Collectors always look for natural aging and honest wear. In today's market, the value of a 1956 wheat penny with D mint mark in fine condition is generally higher than face value and higher than many modern cents. A typical fine condition example can sell for around $0.10 to $0.30, depending on eye appeal and demand. However, examples with strong detail, smooth surfaces, and pleasing color can reach values closer to $0.50 or slightly more in private sales. While these numbers may seem small, the real appeal of this coin lies in its long-term collectability. Wheat pennies remain one of the most popular entry points for new collectors, and late-date wheat cents are always in demand as people try to complete full-date and mint mark sets. The 1956 D is an essential part of that journey. Another reason collectors value this coin is its place near the end of the wheat penny era. Only 2 more years followed before the design changed. Owning a 1956 D wheat penny is like holding a piece of the final chapter of a historic coin series that began in the early 20th century. For people searching their old jars, boxes, or inherited collections, the 1956 D wheat penny is a coin worth checking closely. Always look at the date, mint mark, and overall condition. Even small differences can affect value. Never clean the coin because cleaning almost always lowers collector interest and value. To summarize, the most valuable Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny, 1956 with D mint mark in fine condition, is a classic collectible that combines history, affordability, and steady demand. While it may not be worth hundreds of dollars, it holds real value in today's market and remains a favorite among collectors around the world. If you have one in fine condition, you're holding a small but meaningful piece of American history. Next up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1935 without mint mark in good condition. Many people think old pennies are common and not worth much, but some wheat pennies, especially from the 1930s, can still surprise collectors when it comes to value, history, and demand. The 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced during the Great Depression, a time when the United States was struggling economically. Yet the mint continued producing coinage to keep commerce moving. This penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia during this period are identified by the absence of any letter under the date. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series began in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real historical person on the obverse. The 1935 penny continues this classic design, with Lincoln's right-facing portrait on the front, created by Victor David Brenner. The details on Lincoln's coat, hair, and facial features are important factors when determining condition and value. On the reverse of the coin, you will see two wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto A pluribus unum at the top. This simple but iconic design is why collectors often call these coins wheat cents. The wheat reverse was used until 1958, making the 1935 issue part of a long and popular series. The 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark was struck in large numbers with hundreds of millions produced. Because of this, it is not considered a rare date. However, condition plays a major role in determining how valuable this coin can be today. A coin in good condition still holds collector interest, especially when it has even wear and clear, readable details. Good condition means the coin shows heavy circulation wear, but the date and lettering are still visible. Lincoln's portrait will appear flat with most fine details worn away, but the outline remains strong. The wheat ears on the reverse will also be worn smooth, yet clearly recognizable. Collectors often seek clean, honest wear without damage, corrosion, or heavy discoloration. In today's market, a 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark in good condition typically sells for around $1 to $2, depending on eye appeal and demand. Coins with smooth surfaces, even wear, and no major problems can sometimes sell slightly higher, especially when included in a complete wheat cent collection. While this coin may not be worth hundreds of dollars, it remains valuable to collectors because of its historical significance, age, and classic design. Many beginners start their wheat cent collections with coins like the 1935 because they are affordable yet meaningful pieces of American history. Some collectors also search for error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws. While these are rare, any verified mint error can greatly increase the value compared to a normal example. The 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark represents a time when America was rebuilding and moving forward despite hardship. Owning one of these coins is like holding a small piece of that era in your hand. For collectors and history lovers alike, this penny continues to be a favorite. Next up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1935 without mint mark. Many people think old, dirty, or damaged pennies are worthless, but this coin proves that condition, rarity, and collector demand can still create real value, even when a coin does not look perfect. The 1935 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it carries no mint mark. This year falls during the Great Depression era, a time when money was scarce and every cent mattered. The Lincoln Wheat Cent series had already become a familiar part of daily life, and millions of these coins passed through the hands of ordinary Americans buying bread, newspapers, and basic necessities. The design of the coin features the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front. This design was created by Victor David Brenner and first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Lincoln faces to the right, and the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1935, appear on the obverse. The reverse shows two wheat ears framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above them. This wheat design continued until 1958, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. In 1935, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 245 million wheat pennies, which means the date itself is not rare. However, rarity is not only about mintage numbers, it is also about survival, condition, and special characteristics. Many of these coins were heavily used and later melted or lost over time. Finding a genuine 1935 wheat penny today, especially one that has survived decades of circulation, still attracts strong interest from collectors. Now, let us talk about the dirty and damaged condition of this coin. Dirt, damage, scratches, corrosion, and dark color tones are common on circulated wheat pennies, especially those that were stored improperly or used for many years. Damage can include rim nicks, surface marks, worn details, and environmental exposure. Some collectors avoid damaged coins, but others actively seek them out, especially when the coin has natural aging and originality. For a 1935 wheat penny without mint mark in dirty and damaged condition, the value depends on how readable the date is, how much of Lincoln's portrait remains, and whether the coin is authentic. Even heavily worn examples still have value because of age and demand. In today's market, a genuine 1935 wheat penny in poor to damaged condition can be worth around $1 to $3. If the coin is extremely worn but still identifiable, it may be closer to $1. If it shows clearer details despite damage, it can reach around $3. Some damaged coins may show unusual characteristics like off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet flaws. If such an error is present, the value can increase significantly even in damaged condition. Error coins attract strong collector attention, and prices can rise well beyond normal ranges depending on the type of error and its visibility. Another factor that adds value is originality. Collectors prefer coins that have not been cleaned artificially. Natural dirt and aging are often more acceptable than harsh cleaning. A dirty coin with original surfaces can be more desirable than a shiny, cleaned coin. Cleaning can reduce value even if the coin looks newer, so leaving a wheat penny in its original state is usually the better choice. The historical importance of the 1935 wheat penny also plays a role. During this period, the United States was recovering from economic hardship. These coins circulated during major events leading up to World War II, and they represent a time when 1 cent had real purchasing power. Holding this coin today is like holding a small piece of American history. Collectors who build wheat penny collections often aim to complete full date sets. Even common dates like 1935 are necessary to complete the series. This keeps demand steady and helps maintain value even for lower-grade examples. Beginner collectors often start with affordable coins like this, which further increases market interest. To check if your 1935 wheat penny is authentic, use a magnet. The coin should not stick because it is made primarily of copper. Weigh the coin if possible. It should be close to 3.11 grams, though damage and wear can slightly reduce weight. Also, examine the date and lettering for correct style and spacing. Storage is important, even for damaged coins. Keeping the penny in a dry environment away from moisture can prevent further corrosion. Using a simple coin holder or paper envelope made for coins can help preserve what remains of the surface. In conclusion, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1935 without mint mark in dirty and damaged condition is far from worthless in today's market. It can still carry a value of around $1 to $3 and sometimes more if special features are present. This coin remains popular among collectors because of its history, classic design, and role in everyday American life. If you have one in your collection, do not ignore it, because even the most worn penny can still tell a powerful story and hold real value. Thanks for watching Valuable Coins, and keep checking your change. You never know what history you might find. Next up, the Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1949 without mint mark in extra fine condition. This coin may look simple at first glance, but collectors know that condition, rarity, and historical timing can turn an ordinary-looking penny into a highly desirable collectible. The 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny was produced just a few years after the end of World War II, a time when the United States economy was rebuilding and everyday coinage was once again being struck in large numbers. These pennies were made from bronze, which is a mix of copper, tin, and zinc, and they carry the classic wheat ears design on the reverse, a design that had been used since 1909 and would soon come to an end in 1958, making every wheat penny part of a closed and beloved series. The obverse of the coin features the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This design was created to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, and it became one of the longest-running portraits in coin history. On the front, you'll see the word Liberty to the left of Lincoln, the date 1949 to the right, and the motto, "In God We Trust," across the top. On coins without a mint mark, this means the penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark. The reverse side shows two wheat stalks framing the words 1 cent and United States of America, with the motto E pluribus unum at the top. This simple and elegant design is the reason these coins are commonly called wheat pennies. Collectors especially appreciate coins where the wheat lines are sharp and full, which is a key factor in judging condition. Now let us talk about condition, because this is where the value really changes. An extra fine condition 1949 wheat penny shows light wear. Only the high points of Lincoln hair and cheek may show slight smoothing, but all major details remain strong. The wheat ears on the reverse are clear and well-defined, with visible lines and minimal flattening. The lettering is bold and the date is crisp. Coins in this condition were usually saved or lightly circulated, making them much harder to find today compared to heavily worn examples. Color also plays an important role in value. Many 1949 wheat pennies have darkened over time due to circulation and environmental exposure. Extra fine examples with original brown color or attractive natural toning are more desirable than coins that are overly dark, scratched, or cleaned. Collectors always prefer coins with original surfaces, even if the color is deep brown. In today's market, a 1949 Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark in extra fine condition typically sells for around $3 to $6, depending on eye appeal, surface quality, and overall preservation. Examples with sharp strike, clean fields, and appealing color can reach values closer to $8, while coins with minor marks or dull surfaces may stay near the lower end of the range. Coins that have been damaged, cleaned, or altered are worth significantly less, even if they appear detailed. It's important to understand that while this coin is not worth thousands, it's still considered valuable within the wheat penny series because many people overlook later dates, assuming they are common. However, finding a truly extra fine example that has not been cleaned or mishandled is becoming more difficult each year as collectors hold on to high-grade pieces. For collectors, the 1949 no mint mark wheat penny represents the final decade of the wheat series and a connection to post-war American history. It's a popular choice for collectors building complete date sets or high-grade type collections. It's also a great example for new collectors to learn how condition affects value without needing to spend large amounts of money. If you have one of these pennies, the best thing you can do is store it properly. Keep it in a dry place, away from moisture, and avoid touching the surface with bare fingers. Never attempt to clean the coin, as this can destroy its value instantly. Even gentle cleaning can leave marks that collectors can easily see. To summarize, the 1949 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny without mint mark in extra fine condition is a modest yet respected collectible, with a current market value ranging from about $3 to $8. Its true worth lies in its condition, originality, and place in history, making it a meaningful coin for collectors who appreciate classic American coinage. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you next time. Happy collecting!